What's up, Ambush?
What's going on?
How you doing, man?
Good, man. Good to see you, man.
It's been a long time, man.
Oh, yeah.
In general, I'm talking like Philly time, you know?
Yeah. It's been a minute, yo.
So I just want to introduce everyone to, we got my boy DJ Ambush. You go by Scambeezy now, though? Or?
Straight Ambush.
Okay,
yeah. Scambeezy's on just social media shit. You know, it's so funny. Did I tell you about like that name and any of that?
No.
That's carried over from 215 Hip Hop message boards.
Yeah.
That's it.
That was your name
That
right
was it. That was it from there. And it's just like, I keep rolling with it.
That's forever ago, dude.
Exactly.
Yeah, like the Philly Hip Hop Awards and shit. Yeah, I remember those back in the day.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, just so everyone knows, right? We've known each other since probably like 2001 or 2000 or something like that.
That's about right.
Yeah. Did you go to Temple?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. That was there for a year. Exactly.
I don't know. Yeah, because there was a big scene back in Philly at Temple University, and we're not gonna talk about Philly. I know you're sick of hearing me talk about Philly.
I don't know. I feel like you got to talk about it a little bit.
Definitely a little bit.
There was definitely a time. How often do you mention the label? Because that was a serious.
Yeah, no, I never mention the label. I do mention Philly all the time because I'm always wearing the Eagles hat.
This guy here was responsible for putting together some really dope shows with some really dope artists that he was managing to have in his label. Miraculous was incredible. Like I felt like it was definitely the blueprint for indie labels coming after that. We had
I just big
underground
Def
scene.
Jocks or whatever.
Exactly, but like locally, underground artists, we didn't have anything like that before you did it. Like that shit was dope.
Yeah,
and you guys were pressing vinyl back then. Yeah, which I still have.
Nice, thank you. Yeah, I still got some too. If anyone really wants some, sit in my basement. I was supposed to mail packages back to all the dudes back home. I never did. Sorry, Kramsky still wants some. I think I mailed some to State.
Okay. Yeah.
K-Mass has a bunch, you know.
Yeah, I gotta get him to sign some stuff next time he's in town.
Cool.
But yeah, man.
You got his new stuff too?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I gotta check it out.
Dude. Cool. Let's taste some beers while we talk. We taste beers like every couple of minutes. Chime in. You love fruit beer, so we can start with that, man.
Okay.
Right now, this is like everyone's favorite these days. It's called Jammy Pants, and it's an over-fruited sour beer. So it's a little tart, but it's supposed to taste like you're drinking fucking jam or jelly or whatever, you know. I think this one's got blackberry, huckleberry, blueberry. I don't know what else berry, but it's fucking good.
It's got This Works For Me berry in it. Yeah, this is delicious.
Thanks, man. Yeah, it's kind of like a morning smoothie, right? You drink beer a lot, or you drink? I saw you drinking wine a lot lately too.
So homie of mine has a little has a winery and a wine bar in Southeast. So a couple gigs I've been spending out there, and kind of developing my palate.
Yeah,
the wine.
Well, you say you're going to Bend for some wine stuff too, right?
Yeah, yeah. Well, not wine, but just for a DJ gig.
Okay, my bad.
So I haven't really fooled with wine that much. Just recently, this particular homie. He's actually from the East Coast too.
Okay. Oh,
yeah,
cool.
New York.
And does he do Oregon style? So for all those watching from out of state or whatever, Oregon, we're extremely well known for our Pinot Noirs. I think we're on the same like line of latitude or whatever, as the Pinot Noir country in France. I don't want to talk too much like I know about it, but the Bourgogne region,
I know even less about it.
Beef Bourguignon. If you make a beef stew, you're supposed to drink. Yeah. But we're really known for that. So do you drink Pinot Noirs?
I wouldn't even know.
Okay.
He brings it to me. I'm like, I like this.
Is it light red?
It's white. Mostly.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So I think for whites, Pinot Gris is what we're really well known for here.
Gotcha.
Or whatever. I was trying to be real into it when I first moved here. Yeah, I wasn't a beer.
We ended up doing beer.
Yeah, most definitely, dude.
That's
crazy. I love it.
It's crazy. This is delicious, though. This doesn't feel like I'm drinking beer. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And some of my viewers might hate on you for saying that, but the hardcore beer guys are like that. But we have so many new fans because we make beer that's real approachable.
Gotcha.
Too. Like Chris, who's a daytime bartender here at Northwest, the bar manager, his parents were just here and he said they're not really beer drinkers. But I was saying, but a lot of people say, I'm not a beer drinker, but I like your beer or whatever.
Right.
Because it's approachable like fruit or...
Right.
Wait till you taste this orange creamsicle, right? It tastes like when you were a kid, man. You got that orange creamsicle.
This is awesome. I'm going to go to the station a little nice.
Thanks, man.
Because I'm doing all these.
Or not thanks, sorry.
You're all going down.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that. I want to talk about, staying. I think it's fucking awesome, and I'm so happy for you that you got to stay in music as a career, because I gave it a shot. I gave it my heart, gave it my all, but it didn't work out, man. Yeah. So you kept it going, right? So tell us about just what the journey's been, from doing shows, you know, hip hop spinning or backing up a group or whatever, and now you're doing it professionally, right?
Yeah, exactly. Definitely, my early career was a lot of, like you said, doing hip hop shows, backing up groups, spinning for hip hop crews, and doing parties. I think what allowed me to stay in it was that all the DJing I was doing wasn't directly and solely related just to artists and hip hop. Like, so I started spinning retail. There was a point where the running joke, people asked, well, do you spin this? Do you spin that? And at one point I was like, I spin everything but country music. Yeah. But then I got booked.
That's all I listen to.
Right. But then I got booked to do IKEA, what was it? IKEA family barbecue or something. Yeah. And they wanted nothing but bluegrass the whole time. Man. And I was like, well, there it is, I spin everything. So just being able to have
hip-hop's that new shit anyway, right?
Man, also Gangsta Grass, the homie. Yeah. So like, I guess the versatility of being able to just fit any situation allowed me to keep doing it. Yeah. The retail and corporate stuff, very fun, very amazing. And then also working with yeah, I know it pays the bills, but is it cool? Like, it can be, and I think the key to that is to just have your brand set up from the rip, where they're not pulling you in to necessarily do what they want you to do. Okay. They recognize what you do, and then bring you in from that aspect. You know, they see your expertise, and it's like, all right, you know, let's add to it. So that's been very helpful. Coming out here, I had to reestablish myself 100%. Like, no one knows what the fuck happened. I did have one event out here.
So you moved out here 2 years ago, right?
3 years ago.
3 years ago.
Yeah. Prior to
that, I want
that,
to talk about what that whole move was like too, and East Coast, West Coast differences.
Wow.
Too,
huge.
Sorry, keep going.
Good. So prior to moving out here, I did throw one event.
Or whatever you want. Don't matter.
No.
Orange creamsicle.
Creamsicle? Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, cheers, man. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of our viewers are trying to make beats on the side or whatever too. So I'm sure if you could throw in any tips as you go along too, like
definitely.
How to make money off music, you know, or whatever.
Prior to moving out here, I threw a MF Doom tribute tour. We did a party in Philly, party in Brooklyn, and then one here in Ash Street before they closed. That was like 2013, and just back and forth, you know. Visiting, I'm like, yo, Portland is really, really dope. I definitely want to visit.
What did you like about it?
Very supportive artist community. The local support, just for local businesses in general, was amazing.
That's one thing I love.
I was like, this is crazy. Like, they're so dedicated to everything being local.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I didn't mind the weather at all. I got kids in the school system. It was just like, this works. It reminded me of. You remember like Claymont, Delaware?
No.
Like, okay, so it reminded me of like the part of Delaware that's near Pennsylvania border. Okay. I lived there like when I was in elementary school. Yeah. And just the whole vibe, I was like, I would like my kids to grow up in this type of environment. Cool. So that definitely assisted me just, thinking about moving out here.
It feels like it's weird. Portland feels kind of like suburby, like, right? Except for the little downtown pocket, all the neighborhoods feel like the suburbs, but you're in the city. Right?
Exactly. Yeah. And I was telling that to people, so it feels like I'm, like in like Glen Olden or Lower Merion or something like that, or Ardmore. That's what it feels like. Yeah. So it's very chill, but it still lacks the congestion. It's getting more congestion, but it's not as bad as old.
No.
And it's something dealing with back east.
Yeah, I-5 will never be 95. Knock on wood. I mean, up here it won't.
Or 476.
Yeah.
Like, never.
84. It's kind of some shit.
So, coming out here having to reestablish myself, that was a little bit of a challenge at first. Yeah. I remember talking to Sonny James. Shout out to Sonny James over at Serrata. It was a do-over party, and I was waiting in line.
I missed that dude, by the way. Yeah.
He's a boy, man. Yeah. He was in Eugene last year. Yeah. He came up with something.
He did?
Yeah, he was in Eugene, yep.
Yeah, he came on tour with us one time.
Did he?
Him and Styles came on tour with us one time. Yeah.
That's ill. So I was in line for the do-over, and then it was like an hour and a half we're in line. I'm like, dude, I'm not even used to standing in line. What is happening? And it was like, no, we just gotta go. So I was just talking to him later on that week, and he was like, Z-Trip was spinning that one. You should just text me. I could have got you in.
Damn.
I'm so used to just walking into venues like TLA and the Troc, and okay, we're good,
Yeah.
So just that was like a wake-up call. Like you have to fully not just reestablish yourself, but build brand new connections.
Right.
So that's what brought me into the radio station. So working with them, I'm with
what radio station? Tell the world here.
Currently, I'm whittling this down. I'm currently on 3 stations.
Okay.
I have my monthly show on KBOO, Culture Like Beans Radio. It's kind of an interview radio show. We've had Hector Delgado, producer for ASAP Mob, on there. Curtis Blow, had a chance to interview him for that. That was fresh. Yeah. Because he's got that hip hop opera he's on, the Christmas thing. Yeah. It's crazy. It was really good interviews, and I actually had Sunny on there and a couple other people, Queen Joe. So that's that show. On X-Ray FM, I have a Friday night show called Eastern Standard Time. With Eastern Standard Time, it's just like straight boom bap stuff that we grew up listening to.
Tell people what station, what time, all that stuff.
That's Eastern Standard Time on 107.1 X-Ray FM. That, like I said, straight boom bap stuff we grew up listening to.
What time, what night?
Anything. Friday from 10 to 11.
There you go.
Yeah.
Plug your shit.
Gotta plug it. So that's stuff we grew up listening to, and then anything that's coming out today that still fits that vibe. Because it's really funny, and you've seen it. People in our age who complaining about the music, everything's changed. There's no good music.
That's what my dad is. What your dad did.
But in addition to that, like, I think what they tend to forget is we grew up in an era where the music we loved was actually pop music. We didn't you're hearing Public Enemy on the radio. That's popular music. That's pop culture. So it's not that type of music doesn't exist anymore. Just the pop version of hip hop has changed now. So it's Young Thug and it's Ray Shremmer and everything else. The stuff that we grew up listening to, that vibe still exists. You just have to look for it. You know what I'm saying? So I try to use that show as kind of a way to mine that. So I started on X-Ray just having that show. I'm currently with X-Ray handling programming and traffic. So I handle the carts and commercials and making sure the show's sitting when they're supposed to, commercials sitting when they're supposed to, things like that. We handle a live broadcast from City Club every other Friday. So I'll be doing that tomorrow before I leave to go to bed. And X-Ray is also the overarching family for a couple different radio stations. One of those stations being 96.7 The Numbers, which I am the operations manager and content manager for that station. So basically, I'm juggling all the hats over there. 96.7 is a really unique situation. The concept of the station is music curated by Black Portland. It's called The Numbers basically because it's to represent the displacement that happened in North Portland into Northeast Portland, the gentrification. And also that's where our signal is strongest. Our broadcast signal is strongest, 96.7. We also, all of the stations are available streaming, so we kind of, push that angle as well. But there's something to be said about the community aspect of that station that aligned with me rebranding and getting, my foothold in the community. Because there are a lot of different organizations here that are trying to address different concerns that affect the Black community, whether it's housing, employment, whatever the issue is.
Supporting schools, after school care.
Exactly. But they're all different little satellite organizations that don't have any overarching way for people to connect. So that's what I try to do with the station. If you have an event going on, we're not charging them. You have an event going on, get the information to me. I'll cut the commercial, get it on the air, and let's get it out. It's been really, really good. We've been able to pull in some significant partners. David Douglas School District jumped on board. Portland Art Museum, we have a partnership with them right now. Care Oregon jumped on. PCRI, I don't want to forget people, but it's been pretty good. It's been pretty amazing.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, man. Very fulfilling work.
I know with my wife's teacher, she talks a lot about how her school and other schools, they're pushing out a lot of minority or African American teachers and other races too. I don't know why, but I hear it happening in a lot of schools in Portland. And just how racism is just so ingrained in the Portland culture. I know K-Man said that's one of the reasons he left Portland too.
It's so crazy. So I was dating my now fiance. I was dating her 4 years long distance. So traveling back and forth. And it wasn't until we did the MF Doom tour. So it's me, Ethel C, Mars, and Dave Reynolds, Dave Ghetto.
Yeah.
We're walking down Alberta.
I used to do public relations for him. Just help him promote his first album. Yeah.
We're walking down Alberta.
Yeah.
And there's a reporter from Al Jazeera out there, the camera crew. And they're like, you guys want to do an interview with us? We haven't seen this many black people walking together.
Yeah, I remember.
Alberta. Yeah. And I was like, okay, what are you talking about? And they're like, Portland's the whitest city in America. Yeah. Again, this is after I've traveled back and forth for like 3 years. I'm like, wait, what? It just, like you said, just felt like a suburb. So FLC said, yeah, we knew that before we got here. So we've been counting black people since we got to the airport.
You're like, I don't know.
Yeah. It's like, I came here and I was existing in a bubble. But then, when...
I mean, that's the first thing I noticed when I got off the airplane.
It didn't just feel like a suburb to you?
I mean, Philly's like 33% African American.
Of course, like of course.
5%, or I don't know, definitely less than 10. Man.
Yeah.
And that's something we miss big time about the East Coast, man. You just don't get that diversity in Portland.
It's crazy. Like the couple of times I've gone back just for different events and things like that, it hits you immediately. You're like, man, wow, there are a lot of different people out here, man. Yeah. What is this? What we got here?
This one's called Luminous 05. Okay. It is passion fruit and dragon fruit, I think. It's a sour. What is Luminous? Sorry. It was a sour IPA with passion fruit and dragon fruit. That's
wow. No, this is good.
So it's hopped too. It's got milk sugar to kind of thicken it up, get a little creaminess in it too. Hey, it's good. It's tart, man, right?
Yeah, I like that.
So let's see, what else I want to talk about? Oh, so real quick, we started talking about actual music that people are listening to today. What gets you hyped today? Wait, I guess, tell me what you think people are excited about the most when you spin, but also what you personally are listening to these days.
So there's been this really huge Afrobeat wave that I've been somewhat resistant to, only because...
We might need to talk louder so I hear the kids.
Yeah. Only because I'm just that guy that never wants to be on whatever everyone else is doing at the moment. That curmudgeon. Being half Nigerian and half Jamaican, it's like, oh, now you guys like Afrobeat? Yeah. Cool, whatever. I remember when no one liked Afrobeat. So there's a huge wave with that. So it's interesting to see a lot of artists leaning that way, creating that type of music, and I'm glad that it's gone somewhat mainstream and definitely in the clubs. It's like reigning supreme right now. Stuff that I'm excited about always.
Is there 1 or 2 tracks we should all check out?
Yeah, I would check out Gold Link's Zulu Scream.
Oh, I saw you post. You got that vinyl, right? Yeah.
That album is crazy.
Okay.
The album's called Diaspora. Yeah, song is Zulu Scream. There's a new song. I can't remember the name of the track. It's on Wale's new album. He just dropped it a couple of days ago. Wale's new album's kind of fresh. Oh, yeah? It's interesting. I was talking to someone else about this project. Like, Wale is a very unsatisfied rapper. Like, he's always complaining about not being recognized for being a great MC and all that stuff. I haven't heard anything from him in a long time. But the thing, he's been consistently dropping stuff. But here's the wild part. He doesn't even realize, like, dude, you're like one of the last blog rappers still making money. Like, you're from, like, you and Cuddy. Who else is still like, where's Stolly? Where's Casey Veggies? Where's everybody else? I actually saw Curtains at a wedding I DJ out here. Right. But trying to think who else. Oh, China. She's from Philly. She's dope as hell. Of course, Tierra Whack. I like seeing all these women in rap just really getting out here.
Cool.
Just bars, all crazy.
Hell
Lady London, I would definitely check her out. She's amazing.
Not Bahama's new shit. Didn't she just come out with some new shit?
She did. I was talking to some, what's dude's name? My G from In The Mix. He said he was working on something with Bahamadia. I shot some footage for her. She had brought out Ciroc to a bookstore back in Philly right before I left.
Not Ciroc Vodka.
No. I think Sarah, she might be signed to Rhyme Savers, I think.
Okay. Oh, sure.
She's dope as hell. She's
I didn't even know they still do stuff.
Exactly.
See,
exactly.
I used to open up when they would come to Philly or whatever.
Man.
Yeah.
Other artists. Yeah, of course. Anytime Doom wants to drop some new stuff, I'm here for that. But yeah, ASAP I'm not
We
mad.
recorded something with Doom. Adam 12 did from Department
Really?
Rec in 2000. Yeah.
And
we never put it out. We paid for it, got the studio time, booked it, recorded it, never got put out. Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, I don't know if they ever released it.
Definitely still.
That's cool. What else? I got a couple questions down here, which I don't look slick on since I'm looking down a piece of paper. All right, one or two more topics. People love food. I love food. Or people, I fucking know that's a stupid thing to say. People love food. But everyone loves food.
It's true.
I love the barbecue. I love barbecue food. I love my Traeger. Right. I saw you posting something not too long ago too. You were doing some fall barbecue.
Listen,
what's your favorite thing to just smoke or grill? How you do it?
Grill. I like to be able to marinate whatever it is overnight before I throw it out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, chicken, beef, fish, whatever. I will barbecue.
Look like you had a smoker, right?
Yeah, it's a smoker on the side.
Yeah.
I haven't used that smoker yet.
Oh, no? Okay.
No, not at all. I will barbecue in the rain and snow. It doesn't matter. It's just like, oh, I'm in the mood for barbecue.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's
Hell
just
yeah.
do it. Make it happen. Love that shit. Love it. I had a pretty good sized grill before I left. Had to leave it. But
Yeah,
you
so you
just-
can't ship that shit out.
you can't. Some things you just can't.
And they're affordable.
exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love it. As far as
You
just
did
the
a good
food
oxtail stew. Thank you. Man, I owe you a plate.
so
I owe you
glad
some Tupperware.
I forgot. Yo, yes.
No, thank you though, man. I gotta hit you up.
Man,
Something.
I've been getting some darts thrown at me.
Wow.
Because I haven't been fulfilling oxtail requests as frequently.
I thought you meant people were shitting on you, like, saying I wasn't good or
No,
something.
I haven't been fulfilling my oxtail requests as they've been coming in. But I definitely need to do like a nice 30, 40-pound batch within the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, and just share it. Thank you.
Just share it. Yeah.
I think I promised you some Thai food from my wife.
Yeah. Listen, I was just happy you got the oxtails.
Yeah.
Straight up. I love cooking for people.
I'm gonna do
definitely love
a
that.
quick secret plug though. Yeah, since we were talking about barbecue, our new spot we're gonna open in Beaverton. We're gonna do barbecue there. So I just want to let everyone know the food. Right?
Nice.
Little Easter egg drop for anyone that sits through fucking 25 minutes of this interview.
And definitely check out the hashtag Cooking with Am. You can take a look at all the dishes there. I miss it. I just don't have the time for it anymore. Honestly, that was one of the things when people found out that I was moving out here. They're like, oh, you got to start a food truck.
Yeah.
There's a billion food trucks.
Yeah, there's a million of them out here. Every kind, man. Yeah, we got Guam food, we got Jamaican, right?
Yes,
Fucking,
every
I don't
kind.
know. There's a million fucking Euro carts and shit, whole carts. Yo, one other last topic then too, before we get in, before we wrap it up too. Just something fucking awesome I saw, right? It's back to DJ, but I saw you spinning with your daughters, right? So you blessed your kids with the love of music, right? You taught them some skills, right? What's that all about, man? How's it working out? You got two daughters?
Yeah, I have three
two.
total. There's two here.
Okay.
So I have 4 kids total.
Yeah.
My oldest, Caprice, she's back in Pennsylvania. I just recently found out within the last couple of years, she's been writing and she went and singing.
Cool.
My son, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, everyone's doing music stuff.
So
My
cool.
son, he started producing when he was 14.
Hell yeah.
He's still producing. Now he's writing and he's recording demos and things like that. And I gotta play you some of this stuff. The
Cool.
stuff he's
Yeah, I love
recording
it.
out of a closet is just like, what do you mean?
Nice.
Like he's so dope with it. He tried to teach me Ableton. I couldn't process it, but I need to be able to tap and sample something. I need to be able to lay this out again. So my girls, I showed them the first couple of records and how to spin on vinyl. Just put the record on, play it. Have respect for the needle, please. I showed them that when they were like,
Yeah, my kids do
5
that
or
too.
6.
Yeah. Mine are young. They're like that. Yeah.
yeah, just learn how to play records. Just have fun playing records. So back at the old studio in Philly, it was like you are free to walk around, the record collection, pick whatever record you want, cut everything on, play it, and listen to it. Get familiar with the music. And then I had a situation with American Musical Supply. I was doing product reviews for them, and I got the DDJ SZ, it's huge, giant controller, 4 channels. You can run turntables, and it's just a whole like workstation. It's amazing. So I started teaching them that.
And keep it.
Oh yeah, that was the best part. So I started teaching them on that, and someone asked me like, are you making them pay their dues? And we did an interview for Rap Dads.
Right. I think that's what I read. Yeah.
Yeah, and they were like, I'm like, my whole thing is, they have access to equipment and things that we didn't. Why would I make them go through all of those steps just to get to where I am now? No, learn on this controller. You're also going to learn vinyl. But at the same time, I didn't want to feel like I was forcing them into it. So, we pick different days of the week, give them some lessons. But the way they pick that shit up, it was too quick. It was just like, wait, y'all are blending seamlessly.
That's what's up, dude.
This is insane.
You passed a gift on them.
Man, it was great. So then once we got out here, I didn't continue the lessons, but different opportunities kept popping up, and I'm like, go ahead, freshen up. Let's see, if you still remember how to do it.
Yeah.
So we had our grand opening of our facility, the Tribe Called Sweat, at JGT Studios out in Beaverton, and they spun that. And they only practiced maybe like a day or 2 before. Killed it. And I'm like, okay.
That's what's up.
So then when it came to the Starlight Parade, that's when me and Major, we spun that together, my daughter, Kaylin. The only reason it wasn't all 3 of us is because Brianna was on punishment for her grades.
That would have been so cool to see.
That was it.
With both your kiddos.
Yeah, that was it. She was screwing around with her grades. So Brianna, DJ Tempo couldn't do it. Oh, she does. But she was really, really happy for her sister.
Yeah, that's cool. So they're doing their own gigs too and stuff?
They did a birthday party the day after the last do-over when Rich Medina was in town. We were talking about that. And Rich was like, wait, did you just say your girls have a gig tomorrow? And I was like, yeah. He's like, yeah, that's just crazy. That's fresh. Yeah. So we're at that point now, but it's still, I'm not like they don't have a Instagram page or any of that stuff yet. I'm not actively pushing them. Yeah. It's just when you feel like it, cool. If this turns into something you really, really want to do, all right, let's go copy headphones, copy you guys' laptops, and just start doing it. But
cool. That's what's up,
it's amazing. The best part about that, us doing the parade, was her seeing like her teachers. And then seeing like some of her classmates and they're waving to her and she's on the parade and she's like,
that's like, she got me adapt the next day.
She went to school the next day wearing an X-ray shirt.
Hey, you want to do an IPA or stack coconut?
Let's do this.
So I know we're running a little over. Oh yeah, coconut. Yeah, this one's awesome. This is coconut maple syrup coffee. Stacks of coconut. Hey, congrats on that. The one thing you mentioned, Rich Medina, the other day, I was just thinking how great it was that we came up with a bunch of guys that blew the fuck up, right?
Seriously.
Like, people like him get to tour around the world, right? Cosmo Baker's always around the world.
Scheme.
The guy, who else? I was thinking Diplo, right? Like,
oh my God.
Low Budget and Diplo, right? Low Budget was my old DJ for Arrakis, right? And they started Hollertronics together, him and Diplo. I mean, look at Diplo now.
Look at Diplo now.
That's insane, dude.
Philly dudes all over the place. And of course, Jeff. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just
DJ Jazzy Jeff.
Yeah, we had a nice blueprint to follow. We definitely did. We definitely did. And I love what Jeff is doing with the playlist retreat. Have you seen any of that?
Yeah. Him and Will, I think are going back on tour again together or something like that.
So here's something crazy. I don't know if you remember or saw any of that. Before I left, I started a beat production series we started at the Arts Garage. Then we moved to the Kung Fu Necktie. Then we ended up at Johnny Brenda's. Okay. And there was a producer named Johann Sebastian. I'm saying he was, like he's not still here. A producer by the name of Johann Sebastian.
I know that name.
Yeah, he knocked out, I think he ended up winning 2 battles back to back. Before we left, I threw a Prince Paul tribute battle, and Paul came out and actually judged it. It was amazing. So I was looking at it, I was like, Johan's probably going to kill this one. He ended up losing that one. I forgot who won that one. DC Music won that one. In any event, some of the music that came out of these battles, amazing. I just want to send you the folder, because each battle was a different artist we paid tribute to, whether it was Tribe, RZA. So I would assign them samples that those artists already used, and they would just reclip them. Some of the stuff that came with is crazy.
That sounds fun, man.
So we did an Outkast edition. Definitely going to do it out here.
Okay.
That's part of kind of just me getting my feet in the ground. So we did an Outkast edition, and Johan flips Spodioti, and the way he did it is just ridiculous.
Thanks so much for coming.
Absolutely.
Why don't you tell everyone where they can catch you if they want to take a girl out, you know, for a drink or whatever, you know, catch you spinning.
Make sure you head over to djambush.net, hit the subscribe so you can get my my email blast. I am at Aalto Lounge this first Saturday of each month, and then I'm
Belmont,
at Belmont, and then they have a dope patio, and then I'm at Swift Lounge the second Friday of every month, and then out in Bend at Dogwood Cocktail Cabin. Like every 2 or 3 months, I'm back out there. So, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming on the show.
Absolutely,
Appreciate
man.
it, dude. I miss you, bro, too.
Miss you too. Good to see you, man.
Nice to see you, too, man. Cheers. Yeah. Cool. Got it. Yeah.